In this video, we will discuss about Martha Elizabeth Roger's theory of science of unitary human being. So, this video will be discussing about biography of the theorist, overview of the theory, meta-paradigm of the theory, strength and limitation of the theory, and application of this theory in the nursing process. Coming to the biography of the theorist, Martha Elizabeth Rogers, she was born in Dallas, Texas on May 12, 1914. She is sharing the birthday with Florence Nightingale. She was very inquisitive to gain knowledge and had a passion of reading books. And in 1936, she attained her nursing diploma. And in 1937, she completed BSc in public health nursing and started working as a public health nurse for 2 years. In 1945, she completed Masters in Public Health Nursing from Columbia University. And in 1945, she completed Doctor of Science from Johns Hopkins University. She served as a head of the Division of Nursing at New York University. She started her profession after Doctor of Science from Johns Hopkins University. And in 1963, she edited the second journal in nursing, that is Nursing Science. And in 1970, she published her famous work, that is an introduction to the theoretical basis of nursing. In 1975, she got retired from the New York University and she joined as Emeritus University in 1979 and she died in 1994, March 13. Coming to the theory, Martha Rogers' theory of science of unitary human being is focusing on 4 concepts and 3 principles of homeodynamics. They are the energy field, openness, pattern, pan-dimensionality, integrality, resonancy and helicity. Her views about the theory, she says that the coexistence of the human and environment has greatly influenced the process of change towards better health. The patient cannot be separated from his or her environment when addressing the health and treatment. So these views lead to the Rogers theory known as the science of unitary human being. And she repeatedly stated that she did not create a theory, but rather she created an abstract system, a science from which many theories may be derived. Coming to the assumptions, there are mainly 5 assumptions in this theory. The first one is wholeness. The human being is considered as a united whole. Second one is openness. A person and his environment are continuously exchanging energy with each other. Third one is unidirectionality. The life process of a human being evolves irreversibly and it is in unidirection. That is, it starts from birth to death. Then pattern and organization. It identifies the individuals, reflects their innovative wholeness. Then fifth one is sentience and thought. Human beings are the only organism. They are able to think, imagine. They have language for communication and emotions. Coming to the major concept of the theory, the concept of the theory says that all the human beings are viewed as an integral part of the universe. Human beings and the environment have their own energy field and they are exchanging the energy field, and the nursing action is directed towards patterning and maintaining this energy field. The first concept is energy field. So energy field is the inevitable part of the life. Human and environment both have their energy field which is open, and energy can be freely flow between the human and the environment. Second concept is openness. There is no boundary or barrier that can inhibit the flow of energy between the human and environment, which leads to the continuous movement of the energy. Third concept is pattern. Pattern is the distinguishing characteristic of the energy field which is perceived as a single way. So, unitary human beings cannot be understood by studying or summing their parts. Pattern is an abstraction and it gives identity to the field. Fourth concept is pan-dimensionality. It is defined as non-linear domain without spatial or temporal attributes and which is beyond the 3-dimensional view. Then coming to the principles. So these are the 4 concepts, that is a pan-dimensionality, pattern, openness, and energy field. So now we will move on to the principles of this theory. The principles of this theory, there are mainly three principles. The first principle is first principle of homeodynamic is it refers to the balance between the dynamic life process and the environment. These principles help to view human as a unitary human being. So these principles, that is the homeodynamic principle, have three separate principles. They are the principle of integrality, principle of resonancy, and principle of helicity. So first one is principle of integrality. Here the energy field are dynamic and constantly interact with the human and environment, which affects our environment and vice versa. So this, under this principle, the medication and the humor therapy works to produce a positive environment. Then second principle is principle of resonancy. Principle of resonancy says that it is an ordered arrangement of rhythm characterizing both human and environment energy field. So here there will be continuous change in the way or pattern of energy field from the lower to the higher frequency. So this movement of energy can be made by human touch, guided imagery, then drawing, then storytelling, and other active use of imagination. Next principle is principle of helicity. So principle of helicity says there is a continuous, innovative, unpredictable increasing diversity of the human and environmental field pattern. So any minute change in the environment, it leads to ripple effect, which results in a larger change in the other field. So second principle of this theory is principle of reciprocity. It postulates the inseparability of man and environment and predicts that sequential changes in the life process are continuous and probabilistic revisions occurring out of the interactions between man and environment. The last principle is principle of synchrony. It predicts that change in human behavior will be determined by the simultaneous interaction of the actual state of the human field and the environmental fields at any point in space-time. It means it predicts the change in the human behavior. Principle of synchrony predicts the change in human behavior, and this prediction is determined by the simultaneous interaction of the human field and the environmental field, energy field at a given point of time. Coming to the meta-paradigm in the nursing. As like any other theory, this theory also having four meta-paradigm in nursing. They are person, environment, health, and nursing. So the first meta-paradigm of this theory is person. A unified person is considered as a unitary human being in this theory. The theory says that it is a person is a unified whole having its own distinctive characteristics which cannot be perceived by looking at, described, or summarizing the parts. And also she says that it is an open system, that is, person is an open system which continuously interacts with the environment. Next meta-paradigm is environment. Environment includes the entire energy field other than a person. These energy fields are irreducible, which are not limited by space and time, identified by its pattern and organization. Third one is nursing. It is considered as both science and art by Martha Rogers, and she says that nursing is constantly maintaining the energy field which is conducive for patient. Nursing action directs the interaction of person and environment to maximize the health potential in a person. The last meta-paradigm is health, but Rogers is not clearly defines the health, but she says that it is determined by the interaction between energy field, that is a human and the environmental energy field. So when there is a bad interaction or a misplacing of the energy, which leads to illness. Then the application of this theory, there are mainly three applications we can see in the Martha Rogas theory, that is a clinical practice, nursing education and nursing research. So, in the clinical practice, nursing action is always focused on unitary human being and change the energy field between the human and environment. Nursing interventions include all the non-invasive actions such as guided imagery, humor, therapeutic touch, music, etc., which are used to increase the potential of human being. Then the more important should be on the management of pain, supportive psychotherapy and rehabilitation of the human being. Then if we are seeing, we can use this theory in the nursing assessment and diagnosis, nursing intervention and rehabilitation, prevention of illness, maintenance of health and promotion of health. Then coming to the application in nursing education. This theory emphasis should be given on the understanding of the patient and self, energy field and environment. So training should be laid more focus on teaching non-invasive modalities such as therapeutic touch and humor. Then coming to the nursing research. This Martha Rogas theory has been used in many research work and has always been found testable and applicable in nursing research. So these are the main applications of Martha Rogas unitary human being theory in the field of nursing research, nursing education and clinical practice.